The 2013 season was a good season. We went to the NCAAs, which is always a goal. We want to go all the way in the NCAAs, but it was good to get there. It's our 5th year in a row being in the national tournament, which is great, and we hope to make it 6th this year. However, we also won championships. We finished 3rd in the Peach Belt, and we lost in the first round of the NCAAs in overtime to Lander. We would love to get a better conference tournament run and get to the final and hopefully put another banner up. So while the season was very successful, there were a lot of disappointments along the way. We want to be regular season champions, we want to be tournament champions, and we want to be Southeast Region champions. That's always our minimum goals. So it was good, but not quite what we were hoping for. Marco Warren is a fantastic player. He's very important to our team. He's very small, he's very quiet, and he's very good. He's the best passer of the ball on the team. A lot of our play goes through him. He's capable of scoring goals. He scored some really big goals last year, especially in the middle part of the season. He's strong when he runs at people. He's got good vision. If he'd talk a bit more, we would like that. But he does. Let's just play do the talking a lot of the time. But he's a fantastic player, a great person, and one of the best players in the Peach Belt. We have some really good newcomers. I think we've got the transfers. We've got Lex Craggs, goalkeeper, who I think will be very strong for us, and I think he'll have an immediate impact on the squad. I think we've got Jimmy Weir, who's coming in from Tampa, actually ran track at Tampa, and he's going to have a lot of pace. Obviously, he's a track runner, but he's a very strong player for us, and I expect those two transfers to figure and help us right away. On the freshman side of things, Owen Ireland from Ireland will come in as probably a starting defender. He's a very strong player, very experienced, and we look forward to him as kind of filling the spot that Kevin Keenan is leaving. Ben Straw from England is a left-footed player. He's good. He's very skillful, and I expect good things from him right away. We've got Shane Butler coming in from Tampa. I think Shane's got loads of pace, loads of skill, and we expect him to give us some good minutes as a freshman. Cody Burns, bigger lad from Kansas, probably will need a little bit of adjustment, but there's a lot of promise there. I'm probably leaving a couple out, but those ones come to mind, and look forward to them joining the return. I think this is the deepest squad that I've put together. I really think we've got a lot of cover in many positions. It's very early in the season yet, so to call someone coming off the bench, I'm not quite ready to do that because we're all fighting for a starting spot. Some of the players that I think will give us depth, Gene Bay getting the miss last season, I think will really help us up front this year. I expect Juan Membrano, who has joined us, Jimmy Weir is transferred in, Tanner Hall was injured last year. I've got some people that have experience being around the program who missed last year, and I think those people have been back and being healthy really made us probably the deepest squad I've put together. So I'm not saying that they won't be starters, but those names come to mind that if they're not starting will definitely give us a lot of depth. For the last 5 years or so, we've probably had the strongest strength of schedule in the Southeast region, and this has been a huge help for us in making the NCAA tournaments. Of course, you've got to get the results and you've got to win the games, but I really think by playing the tough schedules, every game is so tough for us. When it comes to playoff time, it's just another game. If you play a softer schedule and you get easy wins, I think your team develops bad habits. And then when they're not battle tested when it comes to the crunch, and as you go deeper into the conference tournament and into the region tournament, the teams get better. My goal when I set the schedule is to try and schedule all the strong teams, whatever that means, and that means going on the road a lot. So, but I truly think at the risk of losing more games, we gain valuable experience, and one that hopefully when it comes playoff time will pay off. But you do have to get the results or you won't be in the playoffs, so it's important to get a fine balance and get that. But the stronger the schedule, I think the better your team is. It's been really interesting working with Kevin on the coaching side. Obviously, he was our captain for the past 2 years. Was a tremendous player, tremendous leader. I think the coaches around the league would agree with that. Watching him in this transition to coaching, I had to talk to him about just how it's different in terms of how you can talk to players as a player and how you can talk to players as a coach. And he's been fantastic. His passion and his drive to win are phenomenal, and he pours his heart and soul into it. And what he brought as a player, he has transitioned or is transitioning as a coach. And sometimes I got to cut him off because his speeches are going on a little bit too long. But I'm really pleased. Just he's 3 weeks into being a college coach. His mom and dad are both coaches, different sports, but both coaches. So coaching's in his blood, and I think he's going to be fantastic. What he brings to me is a real close connection with the players. In that he understands the players. It will be tough for them and him making that transition from being friends to being a mentor. But Kevin's always led and always been a leader, and he's always been the one kind of pushing him to make the right decisions. Now instead of doing it as a player, he's doing it as a coach, and I couldn't be happier. And I think he's going to be a great college coach if that's what he pursues.